Here is part 4 of the 9B final project. This is going to be your section on urban geography. So your assignment is to describe your developing country in terms of rank size rule and primate city rule and explain why or how you drew that conclusion. So your visual is going to be, you're going to, in your slide, you are going to add a list of the biggest 5 cities in your country as your visual. You're going to include the population of each one of those. And then you are going to then explain that in a short paragraph, whether or not it is a rank size rule or a primate city rule. Your pro tip today is to revisit the rank size rule primate city assignment that you did earlier to make sure that you understand the difference between the two. What I would do is I would do a Google search for the largest city in your country. And then sometimes a Wikipedia will show up. Sometimes you'll see the list will just pop up in the first Google search thing, right? And you are going to create a list of those top 5, right? I would include a map that has all of those cities. It's a good visual that's gonna make your assignment pop a little bit. And then in the explanation slide, you're going to discuss whether or not it would either follow the rank size rule or the primate city rule, and explain how you got your answer. So I am going to practice using my sample country of Belarus, and then I will show you my sample country of Ireland as well. So I am going to do a Google search, and I am going to type in largest cities in Belarus. All right, and I see right away there is a template for the largest cities in Belarus, and then there's largest cities and largest towns in Belarus as well. I'm going to click on this one, which I clearly already have. So that's going to give us a Wikipedia page that has the top 5 cities right here, right? And it looks like we have Minsk is our number 1, and it is also the capital. And then you have the populations here, all right, from there. So we look at 1.8, and then we drop down to 48,000, 1.8 million to 148,000. So I'm going to type all of those in, right, and then I'm going to make the determination whether or not that is a rank size rule or a primate city. All right, so I will then switch over now to our Irish example, and you can see what I have done there. But first, we should look at what each of these definitions are, right? So there's rank size rule, which notes the relationship between ranks of cities and their populations, and it says that settlement size is going to follow a regular pattern, and this pattern is the nth largest city is 1 to the nth the population of a largest city. So for example, the second largest city is going to be half the size, 1 over 2, right? Because it is the second or the two largest cities, right? The third largest city is going to be 1/3 the size of the largest city, and it's going to go in order, right? Primate cities, on the other hand, is a country's leading city is always disproportionately large and exceptionally expressive of national capacity and feeling. It is going to be the biggest city and by far the biggest city, and the largest city is going to be far greater than 2 times the largest amount. So what I want you to ask yourself is, if the biggest city is way huge compared to the next biggest city. And if it is, it's probably a primate city and it would follow the primate city rule. If it's not, the country probably follows the rank size rule. So let's take a quick look at what I found and what I laid out. Here is Ireland's urbanization and its top 5 cities. Notice that I have included a map that has the 5 biggest cities in there. So there's Dublin, right, which is the biggest one. We can see Cork and Limerick and Galway over here on the coast, and Waterford, from which we get Waterford crystals, right in here, right? And so yes, there are other ones like Shannon and Kilkenny and Sligo. and Donegal way up north, right? Notice that it does not include the United Kingdom here as well, because there would be Glasgow and some other ones that would be included in the top 5. So these are the top 5 cities of the Republic of Ireland, and that's my topic. So then I need to explain which one this would follow. All right, and so I'm going to do that in the second slide, my explanation slide. Right, and here it is, right? I say because Dublin is 5 times bigger than the second largest city of Cork, Ireland follows the primate city rule. This means that there might not be services available throughout the country without having to travel to Dublin, right? But because Ireland is a small nation, it is less of a problem if it were a bigger country geographically. Right, so your job is to figure out if create a list, maybe put a map on that, and then do an explanation as to why you think it would be a primate city rule or a rank size city rule. That's it. Get after it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.